Now, the attorneys for Marcus Lewis say they have no plans to go after Uber, and in fact, they praise the company for investigating this matter so quickly and getting Marcus back on the road. Alpharetta police tell us that, as always this time of year, patrols are stepped up looking out for holiday thieves, but the best way to protect your packages is to make sure that someone's going to be home when they're delivered or to have the courier require a signature. And he says he thinks that the suspects got into the apartment complex through this gate behind me, a gate that he and other residents tell us has been broken on more than one occasion recently. Katie, President Obama is scheduled to speak at the 2016 Disabled American Veterans Convention at around 1:30 today. Now, he's expected to arrive here on Peachtree Center Avenue shortly, and he'll likely enter the Hyatt Regency Hotel through this tunnel. Katie, the scene is still very active behind me here at the Art Institute of Atlanta. We're told that there were reports of a shooting or shots fired about an hour ago, but police have found no evidence of a shooting nor any victims. There's a heavy police presence right now while officers continue to check out the building. You can see several Sandy Springs police cars on the school's driveway, and several of the students, many of the students under a parking deck where they've been escorted. We spoke with several of the Art Institute students a few moments ago who said they were in class when the lights in the building went out, and they were soon escorted out of the building. Police say there is one victim in this case, an adult male, and just moments ago, 2 people were arrested here at Alpharetta Police Headquarters for failure to cooperate. It was inside a home in this Alpharetta apartment complex that police say they found $4 million worth of methamphetamine.
It was pretty shocking. Yeah, I did not think something like that would happen around here.
After weeks of investigation and in conjunction with the Drug Enforcement Administration, Alpharetta police seized this 95 pounds of crystal methamphetamine over the weekend.
This was a significant drug bust for us.
Police executed a search warrant and found this man, 34-year-old Moises Isidro Jaimes, inside an apartment with the drugs. They believe some of the drugs were made on site, while others may have been trafficked into the area. Police took Isidro Jaimes into custody and did a background check.
We determined that he was, in fact, a criminal alien that was wanted currently on federal charges by INS, and in fact had previously been deported and re-entered the country.
Deanne Murphy recently moved into the Lex apartment complex about a month ago. She says she was shocked by the news in her neighborhood.
I was floored. Yeah, it scared me.
But unfortunately, as illegal drug use continues to rise in the South and around the country, Alpharetta police say these kinds of big busts have become more and more common. Authorities charged Isidro Jaimes with felony trafficking and possession. He'll be in custody locally until INS takes him into custody.
If he was not arrested and this was continued to run its course, that product would be distributed throughout Metro Atlanta.
It sounds like they took care of the situation. Hopefully it doesn't happen again.
We're told the 95 pounds of meth was enough to produce thousands upon thousands of hits and could have been deadly. In Alpharetta, Ariel Gurian, Fox 5 News. Police are calling this shooting an accident, and tonight a 17-year-old is charged with involuntary manslaughter, and a 13-year-old's friends and family are grieving his loss.
One thing that I just really heard that stood out in my head was, he's dead, he's dead.
Evelyn Keener heard the commotion across the street from her home on Idlewood Park in Lithonia around 10:30 Wednesday night.
For me, honestly, I really just stopped and prayed.
She says she walked over to see what was happening, and that's when she saw the 13-year-old victim, Marcus Lewis, laying on the garage floor.
It was just all kind of surreal at that time.
Police say Lewis's friend, 17-year-old Aaron Harcum, accidentally shot Lewis in the face. Lewis was taken to Grady, where he was pronounced dead.
He was a good person. Like, he would talk to you, like while we were playing football, like he would talk to me, ask how I'm doing and all that stuff. So like, he was a good person.
14-year-old Malik Thomas was Lewis's next door neighbor.
That was one of my closest friends in the neighborhood so far, and I just lost him. So, cause like I saw him just yesterday, and then he's gone.
Police say the teens found the revolver handgun in the woods earlier in the day Wednesday. Witnesses say the 2 teens were play fighting when the gun went off.
To go and check on them and to find out that it's right there, you know, basically in your backyard or across the street from your house is definitely very shocking.
Now, DeKalb County Police have recovered that handgun tonight. They are trying to figure out where it originally came from. Live in DeKalb County, Ariel Gurian, Fox 5 News. Their flight was headed home to Atlanta, but when Sergeant Paul Corso noticed the passenger was unconscious, they made an emergency landing, and Sergeant Corso stayed with the passenger the entire time.
And he started sweating profusely, sweating so much that it looked like he was in the shower.
Victoria Stillwell says she was heading home to Atlanta from Illinois when it happened. She and her crew, plus Sergeant Corso, had just finished a presentation of Guardians of the Night, their new web series about first responders.
Then I looked at Paul, who was sitting across the aisle, who looked at the man, and then the man suddenly just went like that. Passed out, unconscious.
Victoria says that's when the sergeant got up and started to try and wake the man up, feel a pulse, but he couldn't find one. She took these photos.
And we thought, this is really serious. Has this man had a heart attack? Is he dead? I was really concerned for the elderly gentleman. I didn't know what was going on with him.
Corso called the flight attendant, who notified a doctor who happened to be on the plane. They made an emergency landing in Nashville. Victoria says Corso stayed by the man's side until EMS got him off the plane.
He's part of law enforcement. They will do anything for anybody.
Victoria tells us she hopes the man is recovering well, and there's no telling what could have happened if Sergeant Corso hadn't been on that flight. At Hartsfield-Jackson International Airport, Ariel Gurian, Fox 5 News.
I think the police can definitely do a little bit more better than what they're doing.
They've been around lately a lot because they're recognizing that it is a problem right now. But it's been a problem that's been existing for a long time now.
2015 has been a year of high crime in DeKalb County, prompting Sheriff Jeff Mann to ask for help from residents.
I can honestly say that our citizens deserve more.
Sheriff Mann sent 25 deputies to the streets this summer, setting up safety checkpoints and searching for suspects, but the crime isn't slowing down.
It's not looking too good for us over here in Lithonia.
Police say the crimes ranging from burglaries to batteries to car break-ins starts here at Phillips and Marbut. From this point, it stretches a half-mile radius, bringing the total number of incidents in the last year to 800.
It would be surprising that it would be something other than gang activity. We don't know that at this point.
Residents now hoping more patrols will help keep them safe.
I would like to see them being out here a little bit more, especially after school.
It's more than just the police. It takes the police, it takes the community, it takes you guys coming out here.
It was just a typical night, I think, wrong place at the wrong time.
Davis Engel, his girlfriend and friends had just finished celebrating Davis's birthday at this Glenwood hotspot gun show when they walked outside. Davis says that's when a woman walking her dog gave them an unexpected warning.
And the lady looked at us and said, well, it's probably because they're going to rob you guys. It said at point blank.
According to Atlanta police, a witness saw a black male with a silver object in hand trying to jimmy his way into a vehicle. The vehicle owners approached. The suspect said he was getting his gun and then opened fire, shooting the driver. Meanwhile, Davis says that's when he saw someone walk outside from the Vickery across the street and open fire as well. Davis and friends caught in the middle.
This happened so quickly. I couldn't even think about what was happening. I just grabbed my girlfriend, ducked, and made sure the couple in front of us was okay as well.
Neighbors and business owners tell us they're shocked, but take comfort in the neighborhood security measures.
It was just, I don't know, it's just an odd thing to hear, to know that is going on, because it's such a safe neighborhood. And that's one of the reasons why we put our business over here.
I mean, it's a little scary, but it sounds like the neighborhood's responding really well.
And Davis agrees.
It's part of living in a city. I'm not afraid, but you just don't ever think that happens in your back door.
The victim was taken to Grady, where he was treated for a gunshot wound to each of his legs. No word on any arrests. Live in Glenwood, Ariel Gurian, Fox 5 News.
Totally shocked, very sad.
Sally Mobley has lived in her home across from the Preserve at Academy for 25 years.
Well, I saw all of the police activity out here.
She and other nearby residents say they never expected a homicide investigation so close to home.
But it's scary, for sure. I mean, I've got a family, so it's frightening.
It's like, you have to be kidding me, because normally the biggest thing we have are burglaries.
At around 9:50 Thursday morning, police received a 911 call from Wade Creek Road. The caller said they heard a loud noise, possibly gunshots.
It is nerve-wracking, and you're not used to it.
A little before noon, police announced they were investigating a homicide.
I can confirm that we have one deceased.
Mobley and others concerned because this neighborhood is filled with families and children.
Such a quiet neighborhood.
But usually in Alpharetta, you never see anything like this.
I left this morning pretty early to go to work, and I just never would have thought anything like this would have happened.
Alpharetta police have provided little information while they continue to investigate, and we will, of course, continue to follow this story tonight and bring you any updates at 10 o'clock. Live in Alpharetta, Ariel Gurian, Fox 5 News.
Ariel, thanks.